happy Thursday, guys. And I know many of you have said that you miss my cooking vlogs, and that means so much to me. You know, you guys, we've been grilling out a lot this summer. We've been camping a lot, so I haven't cooked a lot in my kitchen. We've done a lot of cooking outside, and the things that I've been cooking in my kitchen, really, I've really used a lot of my crock pot and things like that, but it means a lot to me that you guys have missed my videos, my cooking videos. I haven't made anything new, so I didn't think anybody wanted to see the same videos over and over again. But I'm turning on the camera now. I've made this meal before. I have a video on it. I might actually even have a couple of videos on it, different versions of it. Tonight I'm making homemade mac and cheese. And I'm going to make fish sandwiches, which is, you know, the kids' one of their favorites. And I don't buy it much, those Gorton fish sticks, but they were on sale at Sam's. And I don't mind once in a while. Literally, I think I make it twice a year. So the kids are really looking forward to it. I'm making a side of homemade mac and cheese to go with it. And then we're going to serve it with a side salad. So right now, even though I don't have you positioned, really nothing to see. I'm just going to dump in some, I've got a pot of boiling water over here, salted boiling water, that I'm dumping some elbow macaroni noodles in, just to cook my noodles up. And I need my pasta stick so that I can stir it. But right now I'm just heating up my cast iron pan. When I make, now I think the video that I have out, I used a casserole dish, which is fine too if you don't have cast iron. I love my 20-inch cast iron pan, and literally I think for the past, it might be over a year now, I have not used much of anything other than cast iron because I'm just kind of addicted to cast iron. So I'm just kind of heating up my pan here. Now I'm actually going to turn it off because I think I've been talking too long, as usual. And I'm going to apologize to you guys if you guys hear me cough. No worries, I'm not sick. I do have asthma though, so and today is a very rainy, cool day, so my asthma has not been kind to me. I actually had an asthma attack yesterday morning, which was not fun, but I got through it. And I have a rescue inhaler and all that, but not fun, not fun. But anyway, enough of that. I just want to apologize beforehand if you hear me cough. But I thought I would just turn on the camera and chitty chat with you guys while I make this. And I'm going to stick in, I'm going to throw in, this by the way is a 20-inch pan. I know most people don't have a pan this big. It actually covers 2 burners on my stove, but I absolutely love it. And it's perfect for my size family. So I always make extra because like tomorrow I'm going to be making meatloaf. So I plan on serving, if there's any leftovers, which there should be, I plan on serving it as a side dish with the meatloaf. So what I'm doing, for anyone who's never seen homemade mac and cheese, this is 6 tablespoons of butter. I'm just melting, and then I'm going to grab some flour. We're going to melt that up there. And then for 6 tablespoons of butter, it should be about 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I'm just going to sprinkle in here and cook up. And I'm using this new copper measuring cup. Oh, they're so pretty. $5.99, guys. Christmas tree shops. So I'm gonna hold on and see if I might need a little bit more, but I think that should do it. And I'm preheating my oven. You probably just heard my oven preheat there to 400 degrees because I'm going to bake this mac and cheese in this cast iron pan, and it's going to be fantastic. I'm just once I started cooking with cast iron, I just can't even go back to like stainless steel. And I mean, I still use stainless steel pots, but I really try to use my cast iron pans as much as I can. So I'm just gonna let this, okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and let this cook up. And in the meantime, I'm going to chitty chat with you guys about just a few things. One, this weekend I will definitely have that video up with the giveaway and what I have to show you, because I want to make sure that I can do it really well for you guys. And so I'm going to wait until Matt is home and I can actually make a proper video without a ton of interruptions. So I will make that video this weekend and have it up this weekend for you guys, because we are not going camping. I don't know, I just, with everything going on, with the weather, and I've got friends down in Florida, and I just, as you know, my best friend Noreen is in North Carolina, and I can't even think about camping this weekend. I just feel like I want to be home, and I feel like, I want to work on my preps. Is that silly? I don't know. I just kind of feel like, you know, we're already hitting the low 40s, almost 30s at night. And I almost feel like, what if we're in for a hard winter? And I just, you know, with the summer and with all the camping that we've done and going out and hanging out with, you know, friends and family this summer and all the traveling we've done, I feel disconnected in a way with my pantry, if that makes any sense at all. And it doesn't sound too weird, but many of you might understand what I'm talking about, might actually be feeling me. So this weekend, I just want to hang out in the house. I want to take some inventory. I want to get some things organized. I don't know. I just want to be home, if that makes sense. So we're staying home this weekend, and in fact, Noreen and I were just talking right before I started cooking dinner, and I think we're going to do a live chat tomorrow night over on her channel. So I'm going to leave a link for anyone who's not subscribed to Noreen's Kitchen. She's my very best friend in the whole wide world, and you know, just with everything going on, I said, you know, we really shouldn't, you know, September is Preparedness Month, and you know, our own government has websites about being prepared and being ready for emergencies. So you know, I just feel like we should talk about it, and we should hang out, and we should have a chitty chat group session and talk about it. So we're gonna do a live chat tomorrow, and tomorrow night, I think tomorrow night. Usually we do it around, lately we've been doing it, I think, around 9. But I'm not sure. We haven't settled on a time. I'm going to go ahead and add some milk into here. It's going to be about 5 cups. But to be honest, I don't measure. I think some kids are starting to roll in. I don't know, I've just made this so many times that I just eyeball everything. So, you know, might want to ignore my recipe. But this is more about you guys just hanging out with me anyway. So, but anyway, tomorrow night, if you guys want to hang out with us, we're going to do a live chat. We'll talk about preparing and preparedness. Hello. Say hi, Eric, because Eric just got home from the gym. And we're going to talk about, you know, preps and food preps and emergency preps and toilet paper and first aid stuff and, you know, water and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, if you want to hang out with us, I am making, yeah, so if you guys want to come hang out with us tomorrow night, I will end up posting the time down below once I get a time. So I'll put it in the description. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt to this. Some sea salt. And some pepper. Gotta add some pepper. And I like to add a little bit of paprika. Yes, I do. And I like a little bit of parsley. Yeah, or chives. Sometimes chives is really good too. Oh, let's see. Alright, I'm going to add just a little sprinkle of paprika. A little sprinkle of parsley. You know, I don't ever do anything too traditional. I always gotta, you know, weird it up a little bit. Heatherize it, as Matt calls it. But we're just gonna now bring this to a boil. Is what we're waiting for. And if it's too thick, I'll add a little bit more milk, but if it's okay, it'll be okay. And I think the other kids are, yep, coming in now from fishing. So my house will probably start getting pretty loud here. So apologies in advance. This is usually why I never film during dinner time, because it can get a little crazy here. Alright guys, so once you get this nice and thick, we're going to go ahead and add, I'm going to add sharp cheddar cheese to it this time. I'm going to add about, alright, going to add about 1.5 pounds of cheddar, sharp cheddar cheese to this. And then I'm going to have Zach kiss my arm. He's shredding up all my cheese for me.
I found your phone.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to use the other 1/2 pound as the topping. So I'm just going to add this and get this melted. Turn this down. Want it low. Cheap, easy meal. There you go. Thank you. Just need a stick of butter, some flour, a little bit of milk, and some cheese. And some noodles. But much better than the mac and cheese from a box. Although don't get me wrong, when we're camping I make the mac and cheese in the box. It's easy. But when I'm home, especially in the fall now that I can bake it, I like to make the homemade. There we have it. I'm going to turn that off until my noodles are done. I just need a little bit longer. And once I get it all stirred like that, I like to go back to my whisk. If you do it when the cheese is cold, it'll get a little clumpy in your whisk. But I like going back to my whisk because it makes sure all the cheese is well blended and you don't have any swirls of white. Look at that. Beautiful! Love it, love it, love it. Yum. Alright guys, I'll be back when I dump in my noodles. Alright, let's get these noodles in here. Now I cooked about 2 cups and that should work. Sometimes I notice, well, because I keep all my box noodles in mason jars, 1/2-gallon mason jars, I don't ever have like, you know, my measurements are always a little different sometimes. So, I'm going to switch back to my wooden spoon here. So, I just kind of, you know, everything in my kitchen is estimated. So, but I think this should do it. If I have any left over, I will save them and just turn them into a cold pasta salad. I'll add a little bit of onion, a little bit of cherry tomatoes, some zesty Italian dressing, maybe some Parmesan cheese. I think I might have green pepper, so I would slice up some green pepper and I just make a little like Italian side salad with it. If I have any left over, I should be good. Let's see. I think I can get it all in here. I always like to make it a little bit runnier because when it cooks and when it bakes, it will dry out. So if you make it too dry and you don't make it really creamy, your mac and cheese will come out really, really dry. I have made that mistake before. You know, my mom didn't cook a lot from scratch, but what she did cook, you know, unfortunately she died without leaving any of her recipes written down or anything like that. So I kind of had to teach myself through trial and error and following other YouTubers and listening to the advice of a lot of you who have always offered to help me when I'm in a lurch. So there we go. There we have it. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? And it's just so beautiful in a cast iron pan. Look at that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to top this with, now I shred my own cheese. It's cheaper that way and it just tastes better. If I'm in a pinch, I'll buy pre-shredded, or if I can't, you know, I just don't have time. If my fibro's flaring in a week, you know, I don't have any problem giving myself a break here and there when I have to. You know, sometimes I get rude comments about that stuff, but I don't even let that bother me anymore, because I just, I roll with it. And every week could be different for me. Like this week, my asthma's acting up and my fibro's fine. So, you know, other than just being sore and stiff at night or in the morning, my fibro has actually been good. I haven't had a flare up. So I'm going to sprinkle the top of this with just a little bit of restaurant style pepper, which is a little bit thicker, and a little bit of sea salt. And voila. Now I'm going to put this bad boy in a 400-degree oven. I'm going to check it in about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes, you know, my oven's wonky. I have a rental. It's probably the cheapest oven you can buy on the market. But so it's a little wonky, so I gotta roll with that too, you know. Every time I make something, it can be a little different. So I'll check on it in 20 to 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna get the fish sticks in and all of that, and I will let you guys see what this looks like when it comes out of the oven. So I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is. The end result. Nice and bubbly. And when you make it in cast iron, let me grab a little spoon out here. When you make it in cast iron, you get all this crispy, crunchy wonderfulness. That's like my favorite part of mac and cheese. And it's just, it pulls apart so nice. Look at that. No sticking. You know, as long as you wash your pan when it's nice and warm. And then, I know I get asked often what I coat my pan in after I wash it. The key to cast iron is to wash the pan when it's warm, even if you have to heat it back up a little bit on the stove or heat it up with really hot water in your sink. When you heat it up, it'll clean off really easily. And then dry it really well, and then you want to reseal it. So I put it on my stovetop. I warm my pan back up just to kind of close down the pores, and then I coat it with a nice thick layer of lard. You can use Crisco. I know some people use the cast iron spray. To me, that's just too expensive. I use what I have on hand. I use lard for my pie doughs and stuff like that, so I always have it on hand, and so that's what I use. And my cast iron is beautiful. It's, as you see, still nice and black and seasoned, and it just gets better and better every time you use it. But look at that mac and cheese. Yum. So Matt just called me. He is on his way home. He's about probably 40 minutes away. I just put the fish sticks in the oven, and those will be done in about 20 minutes. This will have time to kind of sit and thicken up and kind of relax a little bit. That butter. Nothing's better than cooking with real ingredients. So alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you join Noreen and I hit her back up. She said we are going to do 9 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow night over on Noreen's channel. I will leave a link up above and a link down below. So if you've got time to spare and you want to spend your Friday night chit-chatting with us during a live chat, come and join us and let's chit-chat about emergency preparedness and what Noreen does. I've learned from Noreen. Noreen has helped me a lot. And we'll talk about it. And I guess I should have turned this off on ya. Sorry. I'm trying to get some of the heat and steam out of my kitchen. I'm sitting here watching the Weather Channel on TV, and now not only do we have a Category 5 hurricane, but Jose is now Category 3 hurricane. So we definitely need to chit chat because emergency preparedness is on everybody's mind right now, and it's definitely something very serious to talk about. And I look forward to hanging out with you guys. I really, really do. So I will see you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock over at Noreen's kitchen. And I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, bye guys.